There are thousands of fake AI gurus in the market who are out there to take your money, giving you basic course in the name of AI. That is exactly why I have created this full free course on YouTube where I'll be teaching you how to create images like this, and this so that you can boost your marketing game without paying anything to anyone. So let's get started. In this video, we'll be using DALL-E 3 by OpenAI, and DALL-E 3 is undeniably the best image creators that I have come across in terms of accuracy, image production, and the kind of editing magic that you can do. In this course, I'll not just show you the basics of image prompting, but I'll also give you seven use cases that you can use to build great graphics, create ad creatives, many things in your marketing. So without any further ado, let's get started. So this course will be divided into 4 parts, where first I'll show you what tools you'll need for yourself, basics of image prompt engineering. I'll show you some advanced prompt engineering, especially when it comes to image, and I'll also show you how exactly to use DALL-E 3 for marketing purposes to get the best results out. So first things first, you can use whatever I'm going to teach you in DALL-E 3 or even probably Midjourney, but we'll be using these 2 tools right now. Now, you need ChatGPT 4. This will not work in ChatGPT 3 or in the basic version because GPT 4 has all the capabilities. And honestly, ChatGPT itself is one of the best tools out there to get you any kind of marketing assets that you will ever need. Right? So I have also created a ChatGPT prompt engineering course. If you haven't watched that, here's the link. You can go ahead and watch it after this particular video, but you will definitely need GPT-4 for this particular exercise. Now, how exactly to get GPT-4? It's pretty simple. I mean, if you log into ChatGPT, I'll just show you here. Now, if you simply log in to ChatGPT with a basic account, which is GPT-3, it will give you an option to upgrade to GPT-4, right? Where it says upgrade to plus, and you can click here and pay for the plus version. Now, the best thing about plus version is you don't just get GPT-4, you get access to browsing with Bing, advanced data analysis where it can read your files, plugins, and well, our favorite that we'll be using, DALL-E 3 for this particular thing, right? So you'll get access to everything right now. And at the time of creating this particular video, ChatGPT is just rolling out DALL-E 3. It may not be available to all the users, but if you are watching it after a few months, probably you have access to DALL-E 3 and you can absolutely use it to create assets for yourself, right? Now, first things first, I'll teach you some basics of image prompting. So image prompting has 2 parts. One is the element. I have divided these elements into 20 different parts. Now, image prompt engineering it's honestly an art in itself. Just like an art, it is definitely a little bit more complex, but I'll try to make it as simple as possible for you. Now, it has basically 2 parts, which is one, the elements that you'll need in an image, right? The things that you need, the mood, the lighting, the setup, and the formula in which you need to write the particular prompt. Honestly, formula is not that important, but you'll need to have enough idea about what are elements and how exactly to use this, right? So I'll open it up. Now, as I told you, there are like 20 elements out there, and remembering all 20 elements is not an easy task. So I have divided it into 7 layers and will expand on each of this element. I'll tell you the basics, and towards the end of this video, I'll show you how exactly to use a GPT-4 hack to train GPT on all these layers, all these elements, and ask GPT to create the best prompt for you. All right, so let's get down into this. But it's important for you to understand all the elements so that you can grasp what exactly you need, or you can create the best quality of images with this particular tool, right? Now, out of the 7 layers, the first layer is subject, setting, and atmosphere. So if I open this up, these are the 3 things. Subject, the subject is basically the star of your artwork. You can choose how literal or abstract you want to be with your interpretation. For example, time could be a literal depiction of a clock, an abstract representation of passing of seasons, or even more conceptual piece about aging. But if I have to go on the other way, where we become very, very specific, let's say we are doing photo shoot for a shoe brand, then shoe by default becomes the subject of your particular your particular image, right? Now there are multiple types of subjects. You can use love, time, nature, urban life, portraiture. I mean, like, it's up to your imagination how you want to use, right? So totally up to you what you want to use as subject. You can use fantasy, underwater scene, sports, music, food, seasons, superheroes, anything that you might want. The second thing is called setting. As with other categories, this setting should serve as the starting point and allow for a wide range of interpretation. For example, a forest could be a realistic, or it can be an enchanted forest from a fairy tale, where exactly that photograph is taking place, right? Now, different types of settings can be forest, cityscape, beach, mountain. You can add your own zing to it, medieval forest or ancient Indian mythology forest. You can add more zing to the kind of setting that you want. It can be countryside, outer space. Now, what I've also done is I have pulled all of these into a different Excel sheet or Google sheet, which I'll be giving access to you. If you comment below elements, I'll give you access to that particular Google sheet that you can use to draft all these prompts. Now, third is atmosphere. You can think of atmosphere as the inherent feeling or vibe of the scene of the artwork. It's an unspoken emotion that is felt but not seen, right? And different types of atmosphere, you'll know in a minute. What are they? Serene, turbulent, enchanted, spooky, somber, intense, loving, surreal, celebratory, stressful, soothing. So these are more like emotions, but what sort of atmosphere your subject is in and what type of setting is your subject in. Like, let's say I call, I tell a Pikachu in loving atmosphere in an enchanted forest. The Pikachu becomes your subject, setting becomes your enchanted forest, and atmosphere becomes a loving atmosphere. You can use any of these, right? So you can mix and match different elements to, bring this image to life. Now, this is number one. Second layer is mood, colors, or color scheme. So I'll, reduce this to its best bits. Now, mood in general is the emotional atmosphere that your artwork creates. Its overall tone, like tranquility, eeriness, that sets the backdrop of your work and influences how it's perceived. That sets the backdrop of your work and it influences how it is perceived. Some examples of mood can be like anxious, reflective, joyous, somber, intrigued, right? These are different types of moods. Colors, well, it's pretty simple. These are the actual colors that we predominantly want in that particular image, right? You can also use the exact hexagonal code if you are a graphic designer to add to that particular image, right? Now, types of colors can be, anything that you can imagine: red, orange, yellow, green, blue. It's totally up to you how it works. And color schemes are basically, it focuses on overall use and arrangement of the color. Words that fit in this category is described how color interact and complement each other in a piece. Now, different color schemes would include monochrome, polychrome, pastels, neons, earth tones, or triad. We can call it contrasting colors, complementary colors, analogous colors, anything. If you have a little bit of knowledge of graphic design, you'll probably know what type of color to use. But I also show you a hack towards the end of the video where GPT can do all of this for you, right? Now, third layer is camera and material. Now, camera is basically the kind of cinematography you want in your particular prompt or in a particular artwork. Now, different types of cameras are there, like bird's eye view, worm's eye view, point of view from a character's perspective, high angle, low angle. These are typical photography shots. Photographers use these particular terms to define different photography angles. It can be long shot, panoramic, tilted, over the shoulder, tilt shift. Totally up to you how you want to use. You can also use examples like National Geographic photography, right? Associated Press photography, product photography, Unreal render. You can use any of these to give AI the idea what sort of picture it wants to create. Next is material. Material in art refer to physical substances used in the used to create an artwork which can have a significant impact on the appearance and the texture of the piece that you are creating. It can be something like oil paint, acrylic paint, watercolor, charcoal, graphite, photorealistic, hyperrealistic, enamel paint. Anything can work. Pencil ink, anything can work, right? Now, what material are we using to create this particular artwork is what it covers. Now, layer number 4, artist texture and emotion. Now, if you are trying to replicate a certain popular artist, let's say Da Vinci or Van Gogh, then this kind of element helps you a lot to create that particular vibe of that particular artist. Now, each artist represents different approaches, techniques and themes that is unique to that particular old artist that we have seen. Like examples of famous artists include, let's say, Leonardo da Vinci, Vincent van Gogh, Pablo Picasso, or Dr. Seuss, Walt Disney. Anything works here, right? You can also add texture to it, and the texture is the tangible quality of your artwork. It's how the art feels, like it feels papery, it feels crumbled. What is exactly, how do you want the overall art to look like? And it's basically a game of shadows, to be honest, but it adds a physical dimension to your artwork and enhances the viewer's experience. Now, types of texture include smooth, rough, bumpy, grainy, glossy, silky, wet, dry, however you want to make it, right? Now, these textures enable you to add that depth to your work of art. And 11th one is emotion. The emotion in an artwork can refer to the feeling or the mood that the artist aimed to convey or evoke, right? If let's say you want to do a premium photo shoot of a shoe brand, it needs to convey the feel of that premium thing, right? It should feel like it's meant for something like great. This is basically an emotion. And branding, packaging, photography, artisting, anything artistic, it's all emotion at the end of the day, right? So there are different types of emotions that we can ask our AI tool to generate for us. Something like joyful, sad, angry, calm, excited, fearful, surprised, disgusted, confused, curious, peaceful, hopeful, everything, right? There are so many different types of emotions that you can use. Next layer is culture, time period, or theme. Culture is, you guessed it, it's basically the cultures of different world. It can be ancient Indian culture, American Indian, the Red Indian culture, Mexican culture, Renaissance culture, ancient Egyptian culture, modern Indian culture, British Indian culture. You can use any sort of culture to create an image of that particular era, right? When I say ancient Indian, like create a picture of ancient Indian god, then it will probably have this mukut and everything, right? So this is pretty much what we mean by culture. And if you want to go even granular, then you can use something called as time period. Time periods have their own distinctive artistic styles, themes, and techniques, right? Like for example, Renaissance period has its own technique. Artistry also evolves over time. Like pictures of 1900s are very different from pictures of 1800s, right? The type of time period that you're looking at is prehistoric. It can be ancient Indian, ancient Egyptian, medieval, retro, 1800s, 1900s, 1990s. You can use any of these to bring the sense of that particular time period to your particular artwork. 14, the theme, right? The theme of an artwork refers to the central topic, subject, or the concept of that artwork explores. Themes can be broad or specific and can provide an unifying idea or message for that particular image. Now, types of themes can be nature, love, death. This is like the core idea, right? The transformation, adventure, childhood, memory, power, mystery. These are the themes around which we have the art set in. By the way, I totally understand that a lot of these things do overlap with each other, if you would have noticed, and it's normal. That is art. A lot of things do overlap with each other. That's what makes it so unique. That you cannot have like a 0 and 1 and black and white in artwork. You can have grays and a lot of things overlapping on top of each other to bring in the best results, right? The next layer is medium, aesthetics, and shape or form, right? What medium are we using? What sort of aesthetics we want in our image, and what sort of shape or form do we want our subject to have, right? The medium is the physical substance that brings your art to life. It can be canvas, paper, screen, oil, all of this, right? Each medium has its own unique qualities that can dramatically shape the outcome of your work. Types of medium can be ink, pastels, graphite. It is very similar to the kind of texture that we look for, right? But here we are typically going for the exact kind of, I would say, the exact kind of medium that is used to draw that artwork. If it is a photography, that's also a medium. If it is a sculpture, the wood is the medium, right? So what type of media are we using to create that artwork is something that we have to define. If we say cardboard box or cardboard art, it will use probably cardboards to make the art. That's the whole point. Aesthetics is the overall visual harmony of your artwork. It's about creating that consistent look or vibe, like vintage, modern, rustic, anime, futuristic. These are different kinds of aesthetics. As you can see, this is like a huge list of aesthetics I have developed for you, and you can get access to this with the Google Sheet that I promised, right? Now, after aesthetics, there is something called as shape or form. Shape and form are tangible elements we see in art, the lines, patterns, and geometry that structure a piece. They range from simple concept, simple to complex, real to abstract. These building blocks balance the artwork, creating its overall character and even conveying moods or ideas, right? The types of shape and form can be circle, triangle, rectangle, wave, line, oval, diamond, hexagon, you can name it, right? Blob, gooey shaped, flowery shaped. You can use any kind of shapes or forms here to bring a structure to your artwork, I would say, right? That is the sixth layer. And the seventh layer is all about style, technique, and aspect ratio. The style is the signature of your artwork. It's unique flair or flavor, minimalistic, abstract, surreal, photorealistic, and more. And these are different types of style: cartoon, manga, pixel art, surrealism, impressionism, gothic, renaissance. You can use any of these to add a certain flair of style to your the artwork that you develop. The 19th one is technique. The technique is how you're using the tools to create. You can use brush strokes, carving methods, digital art. The technique reveals your skill and creativity, adding complexity and depth to your artwork. The techniques can be, let's say, shading, sketching, layering, blending, so pencil art mein, or we can say origami, line art, glitchy, or doodling, or finger painting. We can use any of these techniques to bring more depth to that particular artwork that we are trying to develop. And finally, the kind of aspect ratio we're using. Now, this is honestly something that I've stolen from Midjourney. So we are saying that, hey, the aspect ratio is basically the shape of the canvas. It can be square, 16 by 9, 9 by 16, vertical, horizontal, 5:4, 3:2, whatever, right? It can be either portrait, where we say in Midjourney, like aspect ratio 1:3, the first number is smaller than the last number. It can be a square, which is 1:1, or it's a landscape, which is like, this horizontal sort of thing, where the aspect ratio, the first number is larger than the second number. This is how I remember it, right? Now, these are the 20 different types of elements that we use in our art to bring that art to life. It is not just typing, random things, right? Now, if this is the case, how exactly we use these layers? So we have a different sort of formulas that I have created. Like, you can use a subject, color, and aspect ratio if you want a certain kind of subject. Or you can use a famous artist, aspect ratio, color, subject. You can use any of these tools. Let me show you one by one. Let's say we use the first formula, subject, color, and aspect ratio. We'll pick one random subject from here. We will pick one random color from here, and we'll pick any sort of aspect ratio, right? I'll just pick, let's say we go to GPT-4. Make sure you enable DALL-E 3. We can say, create me a picture of animals, we'll see, in outer space. That is the kind of subject that we are going with. The next one is color, which is types of color. Let's say the animals are pink in color, and make sure that the canvas is of 16:9. This is the aspect ratio that we are going with, right? Obviously, it's probably something that looks weird, but well, we have added some prompts, right? Let it create the images. Boom, we have some pink animals in outer space. Now you can see there is a variety of images that we can see. This image is still taking some time to load. Pink animals in outer space. This looks fantastic, by the way. But let's add some texture and setting to the same thing. Let's not change anything. Let's just add texture and setting to the same particular, same particular image. Let's say we use soft texture, furry texture. We can add to this furry animals, or we can say the texture of the image should be, I don't think furry would look good. Okay, let's go beyond that. Okay, texture, we got setting. I think setting we have already used outer space here. Yeah, outer space we have added. Let's use medieval castle. So let's, instead of outer space, we can use this and save and submit. Let's see what happens. I'm intrigued to see the kind of result it delivers here. All right, we are here. We got furry animals. All right, not bad. This is very unique. I love this particular image. Let's go beyond this, right? Let's say I want the pictures to be, I want the pictures to have, what technique do we want? Let's pick a technique, random technique we can use. To have, use a lot of cross-hatching technique. And what is the next thing? Technique, time period. They should look like they are from Renaissance period. We can add, where is the Renaissance, the time period? Here you go. Right, Renaissance period. And finally, we can add the mood, right? Mood is gonna be this. This should show a joyous mood, and the subject should portray a joyous mood. Let's see what sort of results we get from this one. Look at this. All the bunnies are eating very different types of animals. Pretty cool. All right. Now it looks like a Renaissance painting. This is so good. It definitely matches everything that we are asking it to create, right? We can also add more styles, time period. We can have multiple styles, camera, aspect ratio. You can kind of play around with this particular formula. Use the elements that we have covered in the big, earlier section of the video, and you can start creating some artwork for yourself. And this is actually a lot of fun, right? Now, I can also do advanced prompt engineering, but before that, let me show you how exactly you can use ChatGPT to create these prompts for your own use cases. Like, obviously, the ones that we created, we were just having fun, right? But if you actually want to use ChatGPT to develop really good pictures, then we'll need to take it up a notch, right? Now, the best thing about ChatGPT is that you can use multiple tabs and multiple places. So I just duplicated this tab by clicking on this duplicate button here. Now I'll just open up a new chat. Now here I will create something called as advanced data analytics. Now what I've done is that from this particular course, I have exported all the subjects, all the settings, and all the moods, everything into this particular Excel sheet or in a Google sheet, and you can simply click on download and click on Microsoft Excel or comma separated values, anything works. All you need to do is in GPT-4 select advanced data analytics, and here on this plus icon click and upload the Excel sheet that we developed, right? And simply ask GPT, can you go through this document and explain me what it is? I don't want to input this. I want to see what ChatGPT understands. Right? DALL-E 3, which assumes a version of evolution of OpenAI DALL-E, a neural network that creates these images. All right. Awesome. Go deeper into, I just want you to understand the elements, the definition of each element and types of elements, and then I will ask you to create create a brief for a project that I am working on. So I want ChatGPT to get trained on this particular document, and then I will ask ChatGPT to give me the prompts that I will need to create this particular image. Now this is so fantastic, and you can use this particular prompt anywhere. You can use it in Midjourney, you can use it in what is that? You can use it in DALL-E 3, you can use it in any other AI image generator tool, and it works. Right? So let it finish this particular prompt, and then we'll give it the creative brief that we want to give. Now you can say, perfect, I want to create an image that portrays is the idea of intermittent fasting. This work of art should move people to look beyond, should move people from food addiction to using fasting as a tool for better health. Create a creative brief for me that I can give to our artists so that they can start working on it. Simple, right? Now here it will create the brief for us, right? See, objective this, target audience this. We can also input the target audience, by the way, if you want. All right, the materials, we got it. The style, surrealism, we want this. Technique, aspect ratio, landscape, try to do this. Here's the key message, additional notes. All right, cool. Now, what we'll do is give me a brief paragraph that I can give to my team. So it will give you like a paragraph to use. Now, either we can use this. This also works in, with DALL-E 3 as well. So we'll just use this, and we'll open up a new ChatGPT window. Ideally, I'll go with this. This is actually pretty good. I'll copy from here and additional notes. And here I will change from advanced data analytics to DALL-E 3. Now create me and create some images for me that visually represent the transformative journey from food addiction to the empowerment of intermittent fasting for better health. Now everything else stays the same, and hit enter. Right? Now DALL-E 3 will use this entire prompt to create the kind of image that we want. Awesome. Now we are ready. See how it goes. Oh, this is this is beyond what I expected. This is a lot. Okay, so it's going from all this vibrance of all the sort of food and goes towards this. All right, so artistic expression. Let's see how this works. I think we can change a few of the prompts here to see what sort of responses we get, but not bad, to be honest. It has definitely captured. Let's actually see what sort of artist it is imitating. The moods to transition from anxious to perplexed, colors, mixed media, realistic imagery and abstract elements, shape, curves and spirals for the indulgent side, to represent chaos and lack of control, and straight lines of structured shapes. Okay, so this is what it has shown. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see if we use the smaller brief, what sort of results we bring to the table. Not bad. Okay, this is much better. We should be using this. Too many information is not good. This is actually pretty good. This is a good artwork that shows like all sorts of food here, and here there is a lot of, people around sitting and everything. But I don't like these people, look like ghosts to me. But this looks nice. This looks really nice. We got a lot of food market delusions, and here we have a surrealistic sort of thing. Yeah, I like this particular image, to be honest. So yeah, this is how you can use Midjourney tool. This is how you can use ChatGPT combined with the knowledge that you have just gathered to create your own prompt. This is really, really easy. Now that we have learned the basics of image prompting, let's also understand the advanced features that you can have, right? For that, I will use one of the use cases that I have created. You can zoom in and zoom out of images. You can edit and recreate the image, change the scene, change everything just with the help of your prompts, right? Now, first I'll use this particular prompt, right? I think we have already uploaded our thing, uploaded the file, and so this one, right? We have uploaded the file, asked the GPT to read it for us. Now, let's go ahead and paste this prompt. I want to create packaging image of a, let's say, coffee brand. You can change the number of kind of brand you want to use. But let's say we are sticking to coffee brand, or let's say fruit juice brand. It needs to look rich and premium. Can you pick the elements needed in the image and create a brief? I'm going to give it to my photography and design team to bring your vision to life. This is what we do, right? So let's create this particular fruit juice brand, premium fruit juice brand, right? We got main fruit depicting flavor, example orange, apple and everything. Setting, quiet park or a rooftop at night can be subtly hinted in the backdrop to give a sense of calm and luxury. Beautiful. Atmosphere, serene and enchanting. Mood, shape or form. We got main shapes, accent shapes is curves. Technique, aspect ratio, additional instruction. Okay, not bad. So let's use this to see what kind of result it brings for us. So we'll just create a new chat. There is no need, but it's just cool. I want to get the photography done for a premium fruit juice brand. Then I'll paste the brief. Let's see what sort of results it brings. Otherwise, we can simply ask for a brief. Give me a paragraph brief. That's easier for our team. Let's use this. Awesome. This is also pretty good. Materials such as glass, satin, or velvet should be used to emphasize the richness and luxury of the product. Let's just wait for these images and we can obviously compare them with this paragraph brief, right? I'll actually use this, add this to my prompts in that particular case, in case the third prompt is not that good. So this is how I keep optimizing my prompts. I keep adding new prompts to make the old one better. All right, not bad. Cool. It's giving like more of an artistic style of things. Let me use this particular thing. Create a brand packaging image and follow the following, using the following brief. Let's go. Mostly is portrayed like an artwork, and it's not bad, but I think we can still improve on this. So it says realism with art nouveau touches, employing techniques like layering, blending, and glazing for depth and texture. The presentation should be in a portrait orientation, allowing for the elongated form of the bottle and fruit to shine. Let's see how this works. All right, we got it. Honestly, not bad to be honest. This one I like, but this is not brand packaging. So I'll just change this brief. I want a modern photography sort of brief. More than artistry, my photographers would be needed. So let's see whether it gives us, okay. Nice. Now it has given like photography sort of a brief. Let's use this, because it's more like, it looks like a painting to be honest, but we want more of a photography sort of thing. It looks good, but it's not like the best here. All right, now we are talking. This is actually good. So this fourth one is awesome. Let's talk more about, let's edit this particular image. This will be like really cool, right? I love the fourth image. Can you place this product in a rich man's palace? Let's see. Let's take this particular product and put it in a rich man's palace. That's something that we can definitely do. So we are changing the setting of this particular image. Let's see how it goes. I love this. I really love this one, because these are more photography style. This is the kind of thing that I wanted. So let's see. All right, this looks good. Let's change this to, I love the fourth image. This product on top of a luxurious stable without changing anything with the previous composition. Let's do this. I think this will give us a little bit better idea. So what we do is, we're asking is like, however it looks, just use this with the same composition, just place it on a rich or luxurious table. Let's see how this looks like. Awesome. Now this looks very, very nice. Now let's say I want to change the name of this particular brand. The name of this fruit brand is Giant, or let's Tango Fruits, right? Can you change the name in the packaging? Let's use this. I love this one though. Like, this looks like a very, very cool product photography. Honestly, I love this. All right, oh wow, look at that. Great. Now, this is how you can use to edit this. Now, let's say I want to add even more zing to this particular product, right? Let's say I want the camera to zoom out. Can you zoom out the camera by 10x and show me how, and expand the background, add more such bottles and images of our brand, but with different fruits in the same picture. This time keep the aspect ratio 16:9 landscape. We have just added a new aspect ratio asking to zoom out the camera and add more bottles. Now see the magic. Simply command and your wish will be fulfilled. All right, see? Wow, this is so nice. Fantastic. Now it has zoomed out really behind, and we have multiple such bottles. This is awesome. And now we have covered how exactly to change different elements, like the name of this particular brand, the scene, zooming out, zooming in, cropping in. We can do all sorts of things right here, right? This looks awesome, and we can pretty much use this particular image and use it in our marketing works, our branding works, right? Now that you understood the basics and a little bit more advanced of this image prompting, let me show you different use cases of this. I mean, you would have already guessed the different use cases, but I have created multiple prompts that you can deploy inside ChatGPT to get the kind of results that you want, right? So let's get started with that. All right, now that you know the basics of the image creation in ChatGPT with DALL-E 3, along with some advanced stuff that I showed you in the last segment of this video, in this particular segment, we'll deep dive into some use cases of some marketing use cases of this particular tool, right? So these are some 7 use cases, one of which I have already shared how exactly you use ChatGPT itself to create the prompts. This is something that we are going to be using as the fundamental use case for everything else in this particular list, right? After this, my favorite one is like presentations. It's because as an agency owner, what we do craft a lot of proposals. Sometimes we craft a lot of images, graphics for websites. What happens is we usually are in need of good graphics, right? So because of which we need some presentation pictures all the time. So first things first, we'll use this prompt as the basic prompt where I'll upload the file to ChatGPT. So I'll copy this first prompt. So for this, like I mentioned, you will need 2 tabs of ChatGPT. So let me go ahead and show the 2 tabs to you. Yeah, so you can see I have, this is one tab where DALL-E advanced data analytics is activated. I'll activate DALL-E in this particular tab, and here I'll use the advanced data analytics part, right? Now here we can click on plus button and upload the the DALL-E 3, the document that we prepared, where we have list of all the scenes, all the photography and everything, and paste this. I've uploaded a file that contains sorry, different elements I'll need to create an image. This includes everything I need in an image. Can you describe the sheet for me, right? Then we'll go into this. So here we can add like the prompt. So we'll change the prompt to this: act like an expert graphic designer who work with target audience. So let it keep running. So let's say we want to create presentation images. Let's say we are producing a pitch deck and we are like, hey, act like an expert graphic designer who works with let's say D2C brands. I work with D2C brands, and I work with D2C brand that manufacture. So obviously you have to tweak it based on the brands that you have. Cheers. Premium coffee. For premium coffee for corporate business owners. Let's business owners and rich family. Let's try that. I've created a presentation to deliver for a meeting, but I don't have good graphics to go with it. Can you help me with the graphics if I gave you the content, right? So let's do this, okay? Awesome. Now, for this brand, we are presenting a Facebook ad marketing plan, Facebook and Instagram ads marketing plan. I need a graphic that represents how online ads can grow the company's revenue. This is the content that we need. I also add a few more elements to this particular prompt, where I can say, don't add any texture or any text, keep it, or let's say I can add, create a brief that I will send to my graphic design team so that they can get started with creating these files or assets, or files is fine. Do not add any text, keep it simple and visual. Use our brand colors. So let's use our brand colors from, let's say, pixeltrack.net. So this is brand. I'll use a plugin called Colorzilla to pick the main branding colors that we have, this blue and this, and then this light blue, which is this, then green, which is where did we go? Oh, here we go. This green, we'll add this, and we'll add black and white, which are basic, right? Okay, this color will need, and white is pretty simple, but I'm lazy, right? So let's hit enter and let's pull out the brief. Here you can add your brand's color. All right, keep it simple. All right. Give me a paragraph brief on the same. Let's use this. Awesome. So let's try this with DALL-E 3. Simple. So I used both for best results, or you can simply use this particular prompt which I gave. So if you just want to use a basic prompt, we can also do a comparison with the prompt given by ChatGPT versus our original prompt, right? So let's see how it goes. All right. This does not look as great, to be honest. Let's see. Oh shit, the prompt is wrong. Create graphics. I would say create vector graphics. Yeah. All right. Okay, this is pretty good, right? I like this one. Can you add FB and Instagram logos somewhere? Let's see if we can incorporate. This one looks pretty good. I can use this as a part of the diagram. It looks complicated and looks like a structure. Oh, think of it. This is better. Nice. It's the first time it has given me this particular result, to be honest. All right, now we have here. This is fantastic. Okay, we can use this. This also we can use. Now it makes sense. All right, now we can use. I would honestly use this, or probably this. Remove the background and use this image as is as part of my graphic. This is fantastic. So yeah, this is the first use case. The next one is social media images. Now, this is also pretty good. Let me show you how exactly to create this. So let's not go with this particular image, given by ChatGPT. I think we can simply use our own. Let's say act like an expert graphic designer who works with dentists. Dentists. I work with dentists that help people with dental problems, fix them, and create awareness about dental hygiene, whatever. I don't know hygiene spelling. Oh, dude. Oh, GIENE. All right. Forgive my errors in English. All right, so this is good. I'll use this particular prompt here. I'll not add graphics. So let's take a dental quote, dental advices, right? This is pretty good. Brush teeth twice a day, floss and daily between teeth to remove dental plaque. Okay. Okay. So it's a demographic designer. Create Instagram posts for me, please. Here's the content. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 tips to avoid bad gums, let's say, right? And we can remove these dots. All right, we'll need to add text here. Use our brand colors in the graphics of the content. Let's use this. Let's see what sort of responses we get out of this, right? It's excited. To be honest, you can even use these. You can create like content like these in ChatGPT. This is also fantastic. Hopefully we get good results here. All right. now we have some things. Oh wow, this is good. Floss daily, fluoride mouthwash, increase your calcium intake. This is pretty good. Brushed regularly and properly. Obviously, we'll need to give it to a graphic designer to change these things, because something that I've seen, uh, the texts, no matter how great they look, sometimes they kind of are not the best graphics that we have seen, right? But the format is definitely something that we can take inspiration from, right? Let's say we want to change this. I like image 2. Image 2. Can you create 4 graphics promoting each point other graphic each points in the content, so that I can use it in an Instagram carousel. Let's see. It has added its own colors though, which is not bad. I think I should have mentioned that only use these colors and don't use anything else. Then it would have given the better results. Awesome. Brush regularly, periodically, floss daily. All right, this is pretty good. Increase your calcium content. This part we can remove and say you can have milk regularly or something like that. So yeah, this is how you create Instagram worthy graphics. You can use this and give it to your graphic designers, make them better. Obviously, some graphics don't really go with it. We can, cut out these things. But overall, this looks fantastic, right? Now, this is the first use case. The second use case, sorry. Then next one is ad creatives. So this is absolutely awesome. So you can use this. Let's say we promote the coffee brand itself, right? Now we can say act like an expert graphic designer who works with, let's say, D2C brands. I work with, I'll take this particular statement. From here. Same thing. I'm running an ad that asks the target audience to click on and buy our products. And this we can remove. Here we say, make it so click worthy that any target audience would be interested in clicking on it. Don't put any text on the image. The context of the ad should be obvious by looking at the image. Have a hero of the image where our viewer focuses on first. It takes the viewer only 0.13 seconds to click on the image and check our website. So make it damn click worthy. Have contrasting or complementing colors among the background and the hero in the image. So this is something that you can add. You can obviously add even more details, saying that we want a coffee cup, a coffee packet, any sort of thing, right? So this is also awesome. All right. So here we have images. Oh wow, these look good. I think instead of these, we could have gone with creating good packaging images first, and we can use those packaging images as ad creatives. These don't, I think we have not given enough context to ChatGPT for this. So let's open up a new chat and we'll use the next use case. And based on that, there is something called as packaging design. I'll ask GPT itself. I want to shoot some branded packaging. Okay, for a packaging photograph for a coffee brand named Tango Coffee. Let's see. Okay, and then we can say the brand serves premium and luxury coffee. It's roasted at the highest quality, and we serve people who love luxury brands, rich and luxury brands. Create a creative brief for me to give to my photography team. The brief should be taken from the document. You can take references. Okay. You can take references from the document I uploaded. Let's do this. We can probably use these. And now let's change it. Oh shit. Okay, DALL-E 3 is on. You can say, I want you to produce some images. And then we can add this project. Aims to do this. And then target audience, we can add these. Now let's see what sort of responses we get out of this. We created tango fruit juice yesterday. Now I guess we can obviously add the brand's default colors. That can also help us. All right, good. This looks much better. Now let's add this particular prompt, see if it works. Let's say I'm saying I am running an ad that asks my target audience to click on the ad to visit my website. Can you help me, graphics? So this is this. Create some more images that attract this audience. Make it so click worthy that any target audience will be interested in click on it. Don't put any image. So let's not use this. Have a hero. This thing is same. Click on a link on the ad based on the image. So make it damn click worthy. Have contrasting or complementing colors. This is good. Now let's see if it works. I mean, these look awesome by default. I think if this is actual packaging of this Tango coffee, then people will by default click on this. So this is already awesome. I like this one the best, to be honest. If I were promoting a coffee brand, this would be the best because there's this background, there's this premium feel to it. All right, this does not look good, but this is pretty good with the, with the savories and everything. I like this one. I like image 3. Can you add a packaging photograph next to the coffee cup and remove all the other food item? Make it feel luxurious. Let's see how it comes out. I think this will be really nice with indulge yourself written and everything. I could have said add like the first image. This looks awesome. I love this packaging. Now this we can run an add-on, right? Given that it's the same packaging of the brand, we can also mention what kind of packaging we want so that it creates the same feel. But this also helps your graphic designers, or if you are a graphic designer, it helps you visualize how this picture would look like. Earlier, what used to happen is if you are a graphic designer, you start with a blank slate. Now you don't have to do this. So this is obviously a step further than this. So there's that. Now I also use this for YouTube thumbnails. So I'll use this particular prompt, and this is my favorite one of all when it comes to building YouTube thumbnails here. So first prompt says, do you know who is Mr. Beast? So with ChatGPT 4's data set, they already know who Mr. Beast is. So great. We'll take the next one and say, act like Mr. Beast YouTube thumbnail designer. Create a thumbnail for my next YouTube video titled whatever. Let's say we call it the reality behind AI and job loss. Okay. Make it click worthy so that any professional, any marketing professional, let's say, any professional would be interested in clicking on it. They are target audience. Don't put any text on the thumbnail. The context of the video should be obvious by looking at the thumbnail. Have a hero of the thumbnail where our viewer focuses on first subject or hero of the thumbnail. It takes the viewer only 0.13 seconds to click on a video based on the thumbnail. So make it damn click worthy. Have a contrasting or complementing colors among the background and the hero of the thumbnail. So let's do this. Let's see whether we get good thumbnails or not. By the way, when you are giving any prompt to ChatGPT, sometimes it will not accept negative words like dark or let's say spam, scam, fear. Any of these sort of negative words ChatGPT does not consider. I think that is a policy. We probably have to jailbreak it with some other prompt, but I think it's fine. We can use this, right? Let's see what sort of response we get out of DALL-E. Got it. Not bad. I would say it's not like the, okay, this is awesome. I think I can replace this guy from with my face and it would look just the same. Maybe I can shoot like a picture that looks something like this, or I can say I like picture number 2, like pick number 2. Can you make it more gritty and FOMO driven? Let's see, and make it like even better than what it is. This also looks like good thumbnail. Maybe you can add humans here instead of robots, but it has already given us robots, so fine. This is also pretty nice. I like this one though, where like AI and humans are working together. This is also good. I think we can tone down the background a little bit, but overall it looks nice. But I like this one much better. I don't think GPT has gotten my exact context. Maybe it needed more details, but overall, I mean, the kind of emails that we get are pretty good. Let's change this to a different title. Let's see what sort of response we get in a different title. Instead of J and job loss, we can add like the best cold email for business growth. And we can also give it context to it. The video provides the viewer with a tried and tested cold email template that helped the creator generate $1 million with email. Try your best not to put any thumbnail. So in this case, maybe we can have $1 million written somewhere, but let's see what sort of responses we get here. This is nice. Oh wow, this is good. This is actually good. I can swap this with my face and probably put like a glow light here and everything else can remain the same. Maybe the background I can say 1 million. So let's actually create this thumbnail. Maybe sometime. Maybe I'll create a different tutorial where I edit the thumbnail. But this is a good start. I can swap this face with my own face, and then in the background I can say 1 million, and that should be enough. Let's just create it now. I'm intrigued to create now. I'll use Canva for this, right? And then we'll probably go with something else. All right, so let's go with this image here. I'll paste it. I'll duplicate this image, and the first image I will remove the background using Canva's background remover, so that you can replicate this process yourself. Done. So I'll overlap them and make it bigger. Now I just need to change the face of this guy with me. So where is my face? Okay, we can use this one, this picture with this. But how do I? Okay, removing my face is a challenge. So let me just quickly edit some basics. Let's see, we use background remover with this. All right, and I'll remove my beards. Okay, and I'll increase the brush size to remove this entire thing. This looks surprised. These expressions are pretty good. All right, so this is awesome. But this looks so weird. All right, so again in the shadows I'll probably remove the shadow to like none. Right, and obviously I'm in a lot of hurry, so I'll just change this to my face. Looks so funny. And then we can use like golden this thing. So this light we can change from this to more of a golden color. Okay, I'll change the color from here to golden. Okay. Probably my lighting doesn't fit this lighting, so it's fine. This is just a test. I think if you are a good graphic designer, you can go ahead and edit a lot of things here, but for this video sake, let's just go with it. And let's put 1 million in the background. So color of this is this. We can put 1 million, and we can change it to Futura. This is my favorite font, and we can probably expand this. Oops, not this. This, and put it in the background like this. No, like this. And what I can do is I can drag this image right behind this head. Now we are good. Effect I can add a little bit of shadow. Okay. And boom. Good, nice image. Obviously my head doesn't fit right here. I probably have to do a good photo shoot where I'm looking down and everything, but overall you can create thumbnails like this. So my bottom line is, it's not like you get like the final end product with AI and ChatGPT and DALL-E and everything, but it does help you with a good starting point that you can use for your graphic design work, right? So you can use something like this, right? Now the next one, I think I have already shared one of the use case, which is packaging, right? You can also use to create logos here. So it's a little bit different here. So you'll not be using the two-step prompt. So let's create a different chat, and I'll show you how exactly to create logos using DALL-E 3 and ChatGPT. It's also pretty good. Cool. So in this particular case, we'll simply go with this prompt where we say, act like an expert graphic designer who works with, let's say, coffee brand. I work with Tango Coffee, let's say. What was that? Tango Coffee. coffee, and I think we had a okay, so this will use that helps, that serves premium coffee to affluent individual and family as well as high-end corporates and businesses that appreciate craft quality and experience Tango Coffee offers. Design a type of logo. So we can either ask what kind of logo would look good. Just give me the logo type. Give me a few options. Few options of the logo type. I think so. Logo type means minimalistic, like minimalist luxury. So this is something that we can go with, right? Let's say minimalist luxury will go with this, and we can say vector. Go for Tango Coffee. We'll not use any subject. Let's see what sort of subject it comes up with. Representing what sort of emotion or transformation. Emotion, rich, premium, and rich and premium and premium vibe, let's say. Let's see what sort of response we get here. All right, so let's hope. Oh wow, this is actually, I like this one a lot. So we have a nice little bit golden brownish coffee bean and Tango coffee written. So yeah, so this is awesome. So let's create the branded packaging imagery. So let's use this. Here's the brief. Let's create. I want to shoot some pictures for Tango Coffee. Is the above logo and create images for me. Here's the brief. Let's use this, and we can take reference material out. Focus on how subjects and style can be orchestrated to convey luxury, richness, and exclusivity. Awesome. I hope this will give us a pretty good sort of detail. Oh, we have not picked a logo yet. Shit. We should have done that. Awesome. Nice. It has used a different logo. Use logo 3 from above, I can write. Use logo 3 from the above images. The images you crafted before. So let's see if it can use like that. But these logos are also not bad, to be honest. Like, I like this one a lot with this. But yeah, pretty cool photographs, yeah. Oh, it did not use. I think it forgot about that. Maybe this is one of the issues with DALL-E 3 yet. But dude, the packaging is pretty good. I mean, you can give this to a graphic designer and ask them to like shoot it, or a photography team. They can probably put this logo and everything here and make this graphics pretty good. So yeah, this is all I have to share about DALL-E 3 and how exactly to use DALL-E 3 to craft the kind of images that you want. I hope this course has been really, really helpful for you. And I hope this gives you a basic idea so that you don't have to buy another basic course later on to just learn basic prompting. And whatever you learned, basically, it's not just limited to DALL-E 3. You can use it in Midjourney, you can use it in stable diffusion models and craft anything that you want. But this course, I hope, creates like a foundation for you that you can take and use it in your future and your graphic designing work. So let me know what you like about this particular video in the comments, and if it did help you, do share it with your friends. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video.